Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. There's a moment in every life where the noise fades, the crowd thins, and the road stretches out ahead empty, silent, and solitary. That's the moment when you discover what you're made of. Walking alone isn't a punishment, it's an opportunity, a crucible where the strongest steel is forged. The truth is, we're all searching for purpose, for validation, for belonging. But sometimes the greatest validation doesn't come from the applause of others. It comes from the quiet nod you give yourself when no one else is watching. Walking alone teaches you resilience. It's in those moments of solitude that you meet your truest self. When the distractions are gone, when the opinions fade and the spotlight dims, you're left with just you. And that's enough. In the silence, you learn to listen not to the world, but to your heart. You learn to trust your instincts, to make decisions that align with your values, not someone else's expectations. You realize that being alone doesn't mean being lonely. It means being in the company of someone who knows your dreams, your fears, and your potential better than anyone else yourself. It's easy to walk a crowded path, to be swept up in the momentum of others. But walking alone, that takes courage. It means saying no when the world wants you to say yes. It means standing firm when the ground beneath you feels unsteady. And it means trusting that the road you're on, no matter how empty it seems, is leading you to where you're meant to be. Every great journey begins with a single step. And often that first step is taken alone. The pioneers, the visionaries, the dreamers, they all walked alone at some point. Not because they wanted to, but because they had to. Because they believed in something greater than comfort. So if you find yourself on a solitary path, don't despair. Walk with your head high and your heart open. The strength you're building now will be the foundation for everything you're about to achieve. Walking alone doesn't mean you're lost. It means you're leading. Leading yourself toward a future you can't yet see, but one you can feel in every fiber of your being. Solitude is often misunderstood. In a world that thrives on constant connection, activity, and noise, the idea of being alone can seem daunting, even undesirable. But there is immense power in solitude, power to grow, to discover, and to rebuild. Solitude isn't a sign of isolation or rejection, it's an opportunity to turn inward and strengthen the foundation of who you are. When you're alone, the distractions of the world fall away. There are no competing voices, no external judgments, no need to measure yourself against others. It's just you in the quiet, a rare chance to listen to your own thoughts and understand your own heart. In that stillness, you gain clarity. You begin to see what truly matters to you, not what others expect or demand. This clarity is the cornerstone of self-awareness, a vital ingredient for personal growth and resilience. Being alone teaches you self-reliance in a way that nothing else can. It forces you to confront challenges head-on without immediately leaning on others for answers or solutions. This isn't about rejecting help or community, it's about knowing you have the strength within yourself to face difficulties, even when no one else is around. Each time you navigate a problem on your own, you build confidence. You prove to yourself that you are capable, resourceful, and strong. That sense of self-reliance becomes a well you can draw from, no matter what life throws at you. Solitude also fosters creativity and imagination. Without the constant input of others' ideas, you're free to explore your own thoughts and dreams. You start to see the world differently, to connect dots in ways that others might not. Some of the greatest works of art, literature, and innovation have been born out of solitude. When you're alone, you have the space to think deeply, to dream boldly, and to create without inhibition. This creative freedom is a gift that can only be fully appreciated when you embrace being alone. Walking alone is a metaphorical and literal act of empowerment. When you choose to walk alone, you're choosing to prioritize your journey over others' expectations or opinions. It's a declaration that your path is valuable, even if it doesn't align with the crowd. This kind of independence is liberating. It frees you from the need for constant validation and approval, allowing you to focus on what truly fulfills you. There's also a certain peace that comes with solitude. In the absence of external chaos, you can find a sense of balance and harmony. You start to notice the beauty in small things, the rustle of leaves, the rhythm of your breath, the quiet strength in your own heartbeat. These moments of mindfulness remind you that life isn't just about achieving and doing, it's also about being. Solitude gives you the space to simply exist, to reconnect with the present moment, and to find gratitude in the here and now. Trusting your inner voice is an act of faith, not just in yourself, but in the wisdom that resides deep within you. In a world filled with competing opinions, external pressures, and endless noise, it's easy to doubt yourself, to second-guess every choice, every decision, and every thought. Yet within each of us lies a voice that knows, a voice that speaks from a place of authenticity, intuition, and lived experience. Learning to trust that voice is one of the most liberating and empowering journeys you can embark upon. Your inner voice is not loud or demanding. It doesn't shout over the chaos of the world. Instead, it whispers, patiently waiting for you to listen. It's the feeling in your gut when something doesn't sit right, the quiet nudge urging you toward a path you're afraid to take. The persistent thought that surfaces in moments of stillness. It is subtle but persistent, and it speaks the truth as only you can know it. Trusting it requires you to slow down, to step back from the constant stream of external input, and to create space for that voice to be heard. One of the most remarkable things about the inner voice is its ability to guide you toward what truly aligns with your values, dreams, and purpose. It isn't influenced by the opinions of others or by societal expectations. It doesn't care about what's popular or conventional. Instead, it is deeply personal, reflecting who you are at your core. Trusting it means allowing yourself to be led not by what the world says you should do, but by what you know deep down is right for you. Yet, trusting your inner voice isn't always easy. Doubt often creeps in, fueled by fear of failure or rejection. You might find yourself questioning whether that voice is real or whether it's just wishful thinking. In these moments, it's important to remember that your inner voice doesn't promise certainty, it promises authenticity. It doesn't guarantee that the path it suggests will be free of challenges, but it does promise that it will be true to who you are. When you start to trust your inner voice, you also begin to develop a deeper relationship with yourself. You learn to respect your own insights and to recognize that you are your own best advocate. This trust fosters a sense of self-worth and confidence that can't be easily shaken by external forces. It becomes a foundation you can rely on, even in the face of uncertainty or adversity. Listening to your inner voice often requires courage. It may lead you down paths that others don't understand or approve of. It might push you to take risks, to step out of your comfort zone, or to stand up for what you believe in. But it's in these moments of bravery that you grow the most. Each time you act on your inner voice, you reinforce your ability to trust yourself. You prove to yourself that you are capable of making decisions that align with your truth, even when it's difficult. Your inner voice is also a source of creativity and innovation. It's where your unique ideas, perspectives, and visions come from. When you trust it, you give yourself permission to think outside the box, to challenge the status quo, and to pursue your passions. This trust can lead to breakthroughs, both personal and professional, as you tap into the wellspring of originality that resides within you. In moments of silence and reflection, your inner voice becomes even more powerful. These are the times when you can hear it most clearly, unclouded by distractions or outside influence. Whether through meditation, journaling, or simply spending time in nature, creating space for introspection allows your inner voice to come to the forefront. These practices help you build a stronger connection to yourself and deepen your trust in the guidance you receive. It's important to recognize that your inner voice isn't infallible. Like any aspect of yourself, it can be influenced by fear, bias, or past experiences. But the more you listen to it, the more you learn to discern its true guidance from the noise of your doubts and insecurities. This discernment is a skill that grows with time and practice, allowing you to navigate life with greater clarity and confidence. Every great journey begins with a single step, and often that step is taken alone. There is a unique power in solitude, a quiet strength that shapes the foundation of every transformative path. The greatest achievements, the boldest adventures, and the most profound growth occur in the moments when you are alone with your thoughts, your dreams, and your determination. Solitude isn't just a companion on the journey, it is an essential element that allows you to find your true direction. When you walk alone, you are free from the expectations and judgments of others. You are no longer swayed by the voices that tell you what you should do or who you should be. Instead, you are left with your own voice, your own aspirations, and your own truth. This freedom is a gift. Though it may not always feel that way, in solitude there is no one else to blame, no one else to credit, and no one else to lean on. It is just you and the path before you. And that is where the magic happens. The journey of solitude is not always easy. It can be daunting to face the unknown without the comfort of companionship or guidance. Yet it is in these moments of solitude that you find the courage to push forward. Without the safety net of others, you are forced to rely on your own instincts, your own resilience, and your own strength. This reliance fosters a deep sense of self-trust that cannot be shaken by external circumstances. Each step you take reinforces the belief that you are capable of navigating the journey, no matter how challenging it may be. Solitude also offers the gift of clarity. In the absence of distractions, you are able to focus on what truly matters. You can see your goals more clearly, understand your motivations more deeply, and evaluate your choices more thoughtfully. This clarity is essential for any great journey, as it ensures that each step you take aligns with your purpose. Without the noise of the outside world, you can hear the quiet whispers of your intuition guiding you forward. Every great journey requires introspection, and solitude provides the perfect space for it. In solitude, you have the opportunity to reflect on where you have been, where you are, and where you want to go. You can assess your strengths and weaknesses, celebrate your victories, and learn from your mistakes. This process of self-reflection is not only transformative, but also empowering. It allows you to grow into the person you need to be to achieve your goals. The path of solitude is not one of isolation, but of self-discovery. When you walk alone, you are not distancing yourself from others, you are drawing closer to yourself. You are exploring the depths of your own mind, heart, and soul. This journey inward is just as important as the physical or external journey you are undertaking. It is through this process of self-discovery that you uncover your true potential and unlock the strength to keep moving forward. History is filled with examples of individuals who embraced solitude on their journeys. The pioneers who explored uncharted territories, the artists who created masterpieces, the thinkers who challenged the status quo, they all spent time alone with their thoughts, their fears, and their dreams. Their solitude was not a weakness, but a source of strength. It allowed them to focus, to create, and to achieve what others thought impossible. Solitude also teaches patience and perseverance. The journey may be long and progress may be slow, but solitude reminds you that growth takes time. Without the pressure to keep pace with others, you can move at your own speed, taking the time you need to learn, to adapt, and to evolve. This patience is crucial for any great journey, as it allows you to stay committed to your path, even when the destination feels far away. Walking alone also builds resilience. When you face challenges on your own, you develop the ability to endure and overcome. Each obstacle you encounter becomes an opportunity to grow stronger, to prove to yourself that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. This resilience is not just valuable for the journey you are on, but for every challenge you will face in the future. Courage to be unconventional is not about standing out for the sake of standing out. It's about having the conviction to follow your own path, even when that path takes you in a direction few would dare to go. It's about resisting the pull of conformity and embracing the unique qualities, ideas, and values that make you who you are. Being unconventional requires bravery because it means walking into the unknown, often without the safety of approval or the comfort of consensus. In every society, there are norms, expectations, and unspoken rules that shape how people live and what they strive for. These norms can provide structure and guidance, but they can also become constraints, limiting creativity and suppressing individuality. To break free from these limitations is not easy. It takes courage to challenge what others accept as the way things are or the way things should be. It takes courage to question, to innovate, and to imagine a different way forward. Being unconventional doesn't mean being reckless or contrarian. It means being willing to think critically and independently. It means recognizing when the status quo doesn't align with your values or your vision and having the strength to pursue a different course. This kind of courage often comes at a cost. Choosing to be unconventional can invite skepticism, criticism, or even rejection. People may misunderstand your intentions or doubt your decisions. Yet, it is in these moments that true courage is tested, not in the absence of fear or opposition, but in the willingness to move forward despite them. Every person who has ever achieved something extraordinary has, at some point, had to be unconventional. They have had to look at the world not as it is, but as it could be. This perspective requires imagination, but more importantly, it requires action. It's one thing to see a better way, it's another to commit to it, to take the risks and make the sacrifices necessary to bring it to life. This is the essence of being unconventional, having the courage, not just to dream differently, but to live differently. The journey of being unconventional often starts with self-awareness. It begins with understanding who you are, what you believe in, and what you want to achieve. When you have a clear sense of your values and your vision, you can make choices that align with them, even if those choices lead you off the beaten path. This self-awareness acts as a compass, guiding you through the uncertainty and doubt that often accompany unconventional decisions. It reminds you why you chose this path in the first place and helps you stay true to it, even when the road gets difficult. Courage to be unconventional also requires resilience. The world is not always kind to those who dare to be different. You may encounter resistance from people who are comfortable with the way things are or who feel threatened by change. You may face setbacks or failures as you navigate uncharted territory, but these challenges are not insurmountable. They are opportunities to learn, to adapt, and to grow stronger. With each obstacle you overcome, you build the resilience you need to keep moving forward, to keep pushing boundaries, and to keep believing in your vision. One of the most rewarding aspects of being unconventional is the freedom it brings. When you let go of the need to conform, you free yourself from the limitations of others' expectations. You open yourself up to new possibilities, new ideas, and new opportunities. This freedom allows you to explore your full potential and to create a life that is authentically your own. It is a freedom that comes not from avoiding challenges, but from embracing them, from choosing to live boldly and intentionally. Being unconventional is not just about personal growth, it's also about making a difference in the world. When you dare to think differently, you have the potential to inspire others to do the same. You show them that it's okay to question, to innovate, and to strive for something better. This ripple effect can lead to meaningful change, not just for yourself, but for your community, your industry, or even the world. The courage to be unconventional is often the spark that ignites progress and innovation. Solitude builds resilience in ways that are both profound and deeply transformative. In the quiet moments spent alone, away from the demands and distractions of the world, you have the opportunity to strengthen your inner foundation. Resilience isn't something that happens overnight. It's cultivated through experience, reflection, and self-discovery. Solitude provides the perfect space for this process, allowing you to face challenges head-on and grow stronger in the process. When you're alone, you're forced to rely on yourself. There's no one to turn to for immediate reassurance or solutions. This self-reliance is the cornerstone of resilience. It teaches you that you are capable of handling difficulties and finding answers on your own. While it's natural to seek support from others, there's a unique strength that comes from knowing you can stand on your own 2 feet, even in the toughest of times. Each time you face a challenge in solitude and come through it, you build confidence in your ability to persevere. Solitude also allows you to process your emotions without interference. In the presence of others, it's easy to suppress or mask how you truly feel to maintain appearances or avoid uncomfortable conversations. When you're alone, there's no need for pretense. You can confront your fears, doubts, and insecurities honestly and without judgment. This emotional processing is essential for resilience because it helps you understand and work through the things that weigh you down. By acknowledging your feelings and finding ways to cope with them, you develop a greater sense of emotional strength. In solitude, you also have the chance to reflect on your experiences. Life moves quickly, and it's easy to get caught up in the whirlwind of daily responsibilities and distractions. But resilience is built in those moments of pause where you can look back on what you've been through and extract lessons from it. Solitude creates the space for this reflection, allowing you to gain perspective on your struggles and recognize the progress you've made. This awareness not only helps you learn from the past, but also equips you to face future challenges with a clearer mind and a stronger sense of purpose. Solitude also provides the freedom to experiment and take risks without fear of judgment. When you're alone, you can try new things, explore different perspectives, and test your limits without worrying about what others might think. This freedom is essential for resilience because it encourages you to step out of your comfort zone and embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. Each time you push yourself and succeed, you build a reservoir of strength and confidence that you can draw on in the face of future difficulties. The quiet of solitude also helps you cultivate patience and endurance. Challenges don't resolve themselves overnight, and resilience often requires the ability to stay the course even when progress feels slow or uncertain. Solitude teaches you to sit with discomfort, to embrace the uncertainty of the moment, and to trust in your ability to keep moving forward. This patience is a vital component of resilience, allowing you to weather storms without losing sight of your goals. Solitude is also a space for renewal. Life's challenges can be draining both physically and emotionally. In solitude, you can recharge, giving yourself the time and space to rest and heal. This restoration is not a sign of weakness, but a necessary step in building resilience. Just as muscles grow stronger through cycles of effort and recovery, so too does your inner strength grow when you allow yourself moments of rest amidst the challenges of life. You also learn to find joy and meaning in your own company. This self-contentment is a powerful aspect of resilience because it ensures that your strength doesn't depend on external validation or approval. When you can find peace and satisfaction within yourself, you become less vulnerable to the ups and downs of external circumstances. This inner stability allows you to face challenges with a calm and steady resolve, knowing that your worth and happiness are not dictated by what happens outside of you. Leading through example is one of the most powerful and effective ways to inspire, influence, and motivate others. It is a form of leadership that transcends words, relying instead on actions that demonstrate values, principles, and vision. This approach requires integrity, consistency, and courage as it places the responsibility of embodying the qualities of a leader squarely on your shoulders. People are far more likely to follow someone who lives their beliefs and values than someone who merely talks about them. By leading through example, you create a foundation of trust and respect that encourages others to grow and strive for excellence. The essence of leading through example lies in alignment between what you say and what you do. It is not enough to articulate goals, principles, or expectations. Your behavior must reflect them. This alignment fosters credibility and authenticity, two essential traits of an effective leader. When your actions consistently match your words, people know they can trust you. They see that you are not asking them to do anything you are not willing to do yourself. This trust is the cornerstone of strong leadership as it builds a sense of reliability and mutual respect between you and those you lead. Leading through example requires self-awareness and accountability. You must be conscious of the impact your actions have on others and take responsibility for your behavior. People are always watching, whether you realize it or not, and your actions set the tone for the entire group or organization. If you approach challenges with determination and resilience, others will be inspired to do the same. If you demonstrate empathy and fairness in your interactions, it encourages a culture of kindness and inclusivity. Conversely, if your actions contradict your words, it can erode morale and trust, undermining your effectiveness as a leader. A leader who leads through example understands the importance of hard work and dedication. They do not expect others to take on challenges or responsibilities they are unwilling to face themselves. Instead, they set the standard by putting in the effort, showing initiative, and taking ownership of their role. This commitment not only drives results, but also motivates others to rise to the occasion. When people see a leader actively contributing and giving their best, it inspires them to do the same. It creates a sense of shared purpose and teamwork where everyone feels valued and invested in the collective goal. Empathy is another critical aspect of leading through example. A leader who demonstrates compassion and understanding sets a precedent for how people should treat one another. By actively listening, showing patience, and addressing concerns with genuine care, you create an environment where others feel supported and valued. This approach fosters collaboration, trust, and loyalty as people are more likely to go the extra mile for someone who shows they truly care. Through your actions, you teach others the importance of putting people first, creating a culture that prioritizes relationships and mutual respect. Resilience is a key trait that leaders must embody to inspire confidence and stability. Challenges and setbacks are inevitable in any journey, and how you respond to them sets the tone for those around you. When you face adversity with grace, determination, and a positive outlook, you show others that challenges are opportunities for growth. By maintaining composure and demonstrating problem-solving skills, you instill a sense of assurance and encourage others to adopt the same resilience. That your ability to persevere through difficult times becomes a source of strength for the entire team, proving that obstacles can be overcome with the right mindset and effort. Innovation and adaptability are also central to leading through example. In a rapidly changing world, the ability to embrace new ideas and adapt to unforeseen circumstances is essential. By demonstrating a willingness to learn, take risks, and think creatively, you encourage others to do the same. This openness to change and growth fosters a culture of innovation where people feel empowered to explore new possibilities and challenge the status quo. Your example shows that success often comes from venturing beyond comfort zones and embracing the unknown. Integrity is the bedrock of leading through example. It means standing by your principles, even when it is difficult or inconvenient. It requires consistency in your actions, ensuring that you uphold your values regardless of the circumstances. When people see you act with integrity, they are inspired to do the same. It creates a culture of honesty and accountability, where everyone strives to uphold the highest standards. Integrity builds trust, and trust is the foundation of any successful relationship, whether it's with a team, an organization, or a community. Leading through example also involves empowering others to reach their full potential. It's not about being the sole source of inspiration or achievement, but about fostering an environment where everyone can thrive. By recognizing and celebrating the strengths of others, you encourage growth and confidence. When people see you investing in their development, they feel motivated to contribute and excel. Through your actions, you show that leadership is not about control, but about collaboration and shared success.